Hey people, ever wondered which moments in Minecraft we just can't forget? Let's dive into the top 9 epic memories that rocked our blocky world. Number 9. Punching a tree and making your first tools. You load into a random world for the first time, unsure of everything around you. You start with absolutely nothing, and you must begin to search and forage in order to survive the world before you. So what do? What any average, logical person would do, of course. You punch the ever-living heck out of some poor tree. After you have well and truly shown the tree what for, you can take that wood you've acquired, make a crafting table, and put together some sweet wooden tools for yourself. It's an early and mild accomplishment, but an accomplishment nonetheless, the beginning of so much more to come. Number 8. The first night. After gathering some early tools, materials, and a little bit of familiarity with your surroundings, it doesn't take long before the sun begins to set. When you're new to the experience, the likelihood is that you weren't quite prepared for nightfall and what comes with it, so now you begin to scramble. This first night is an experience of running back and forth, desperately building yourself a little dirt hut to hide away in, or better yet, just digging a hole in the ground and then covering yourself back up. Nothing says good night, sweet dreams quite like burying yourself alive. Number 7. Building your first house. Emerging from the hole you dug for yourself after that definitely not terrifying first night, you now realize one thing is the priority. You need a roof to go over that square head of yours. Time to start gathering some wood and stone, because you're about to build your very first house. There's nothing quite like spending ages building with brand new materials in a game like this. The possibilities are endless, and yet your imagination is only just beginning. You'll probably end up with a lovely little cobblestone hut, but you'll look back on it with pride. It's simple, but it's everything you need. Number 6. Exploring your first cave. You've settled a little into this world now, and you have a home, along with some belongings and materials. Now comes the next exciting and slightly daunting experience, delving into a cave system for the first time. Whether you find an opening, start digging some stairs as a mine entrance, or nearly fall into a ravine that you didn't see, we've all done it, the adventure of exploring the unknown. Interconnected underground never gets old, but the first time is like no other. You'll find coal and iron as you discover paths leading off in every direction. Running water, lava pools, and maybe even some gold and red stone. You'll just want to keep delving to see what's around that next corner, and that's a feeling that is so wonderful. Just watch out for the monsters, they'll sneak up on you from everywhere. Number 5. That first, very frustrating death. When playing a new survival game for the first time, you aren't, of course, very intent on surviving. You'll do what you can to keep yourself alive while you explore more of the world and gather more materials. However, at some point or another, the survival will come to an end. The first death in Minecraft can hurt, not even on permadeath mode, but just in general. You've tried so hard and have become more and more comfortable with the game, but you got caught out. A creeper hissing in the dark, a slip into a steep drop, or you forgot to bring food and now you're lost underground. Whatever it is, the death will hit hard, and you'll have to hope you can find all of your items in time. Number 4. Building a nether portal. Building yourself a nether portal is no quick feat. You need to have a diamond pickaxe in order to obtain the obsidian required, or do some obscure mixing and crafting with lava, water, buckets, and some dirt. Needless to say, this won't be too early on, so you'll have quite some experience under your belt by this point. Still, regardless of what you've accomplished up until now, building your first nether portal and finally using a flint and steel to watch it light up into a glowing, humming purple, that's a feeling that overwhelms you, bringing you so much excitement for what awaits on the other side of the portal, excitement, and a little bit of terror. Number 3. Building a bigger and better house. There's an ever bigger sense of pride. Not only have you built something you can use functionally, but now it looks better than ever. Letting your creative freedom loose when making your home even better in Minecraft is a moment you can never quite replicate. What's more exciting than building your first house, building your second house? Finally having access to lots of new materials, more advanced tools, and a deeper understanding of construction and creativity. It's a satisfying milestone when you can keep upgrading your old base of operations and develop it into something truly grand. Number 2. Defeating the Ender Dragon. Throughout your journey in Minecraft, you'll be pretty used to fighting the same creatures. Zombies, skeletons, maybe a ghost or two, but a dragon. Yeah, that's a bit of a step up in terms of intensity. The moment of finally building up the courage to step into the end, see the dragon circling, and to actually battle it with everything you have and come out on top. No one can take that moment from you, and you'll never quite have that experience again. Number 1. Finding your first diamond. Finally, of course, the unparalleled experience that we all know and love in Minecraft. Quite frankly, you'll get this feeling whether it's the first time or the 100th time, but the moment you stumble across diamonds on your first playthrough ... that's pure joy. You get so excited, you wonder how many you'll get, but no matter what, you'll be over the moon. Suddenly, the journey back home with these precious items becomes a lot more perilous, and you hold them close like the treasures they are. Diamonds just give off an accomplished feeling that dragons and DIY can't hold a candle to.